You are a billionaire, and you are living like a beggar. You possess a treasure of such immense, incalculable value that all the gold in all the vaults of the world is but worthless dust in comparison. And yet, you give it away every single day for free. You let it be stolen from you by petty thieves, squandered on trivialities, and burned on the altar of distraction, all while you complain about how poor you are. This is the great paradox of your life. And the treasure I speak of is not money. It is your time. This is the truth about your time. You are rich, you just don't know it. The universe gifts you, every single morning, 86,400 golden seconds. It is a fresh deposit, a new fortune, placed directly into the account of your life. And it is the only currency that truly matters. Unlike money, it cannot be saved. It cannot be borrowed. It can only be spent. And once it is spent, it is gone forever. And how do you spend this fortune? You wake up, and the first thing you do is gift 1,000 of your golden seconds to the meaningless scroll of other people's lives, a tax you pay to the empire of distraction. You go to work, and you trade 8 hours of this irreplaceable treasure for a wage, a transaction you believe is necessary. But then you come home, and in the sacred hours that remain, the hours that truly belong to you, the hours where your empire could be built, you continue to let the thieves into your vault. You give an hour to the television, watching the fabricated dramas of fictional characters, while the grand drama of your own potential goes unwritten. You give 30 minutes to complaining about your day, reliving a past that cannot be changed, a foolish investment in a dead stock. You give another hour to a pointless argument, a battle of egos that produces nothing but resentment. And at the end of the day, you collapse into bed, your fortune spent, your account empty, wondering why your life is not moving forward. You are not poor in time. You are a catastrophically poor manager of your own wealth. As the great Stoic philosopher Seneca wrote 2,000 years ago, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a great deal of it. You are living as if you are immortal. You guard your property with locks and alarms. You protect your money with passwords and banks. But you leave the vault door to your own life wide open for anyone or anything to come and plunder your most precious asset. You are generous to a fault with the one thing you can never get back. The first act of reclaiming your power, the first step to building a life of purpose and achievement, is to become a ruthless, miserly, and obsessive guardian of your own time. You must see every second as the golden currency it is. You must begin to audit your life. You must ask of every activity, every meeting, every conversation, every single scroll of your thumb, is this a worthy investment of my life's fortune? This is not about scheduling every minute. It is about valuing every minute. It is about developing a mindset of profound respect for the sanctity of your own life. This begins with a clear and definite purpose. A man who does not know which port he is sailing to, no wind is favorable. A life without a clear purpose is a ship without a rudder, destined to be tossed about by the waves of other people's agendas. It's precious fuel of time burned on a journey to nowhere. You must know your destination. You must have a vision so powerful, so compelling, that it becomes the ultimate filter for all your decisions. When your purpose is clear, it becomes incredibly easy to say no. You say no to the pointless meeting, not because you are rude, but because your time is reserved for building your empire. You say no to the mindless distraction, not because you are boring, but because your focus is a sacred resource dedicated to the creation of your art, your business, your legacy. You are the king of your own kingdom of time. And for too long, you have been an absent ruler, allowing your domain to be pillaged by the petty warlords of distraction and the insidious thieves of procrastination. Today is the day you reclaim your throne. The day you declare that your time is not a public commons, but a sovereign territory. The day you understand that being rich in time is the only wealth that truly matters, because it is the raw material from which all other forms of wealth and all forms of meaningful life are created. And so you have reclaimed your throne. But a king is not a king because he wears a crown. A king is a king because he rules. Your first act as a sovereign of your own life is to secure the borders of your kingdom. And the kingdom of your time has two treacherous, invading neighbors: the dead kingdom of the past and the phantom kingdom of the future. You spend a fortune of your present moments paying taxes to the past. You pay in the currency of regret, reliving every mistake, every failure, every word you wish you hadn't said. You pay in the currency of resentment, keeping alive the memory of every person who wronged you, allowing them to live rent-free in the most valuable real estate you own, your mind. You are trying to steer a ship forward while your gaze is fixed firmly on the wake behind you. It is a guaranteed path to shipwreck. The architect of a great life understands that the past is a library, not a living room. You go there for one reason only, to learn. You extract a lesson, and you leave the emotion behind. You must have the courage to forgive others, not for their sake, but for yours, so you can stop the bleeding of your own precious energy. And you must have the courage to forgive yourself, to see your past mistakes not as a life sentence, but as a tuition you pay for the wisdom you now possess. The past has no power over you, except the power you give it in the present moment. And as of today, you are cutting off its supply. Then, you must deal with the other great thief of your life, the future. You lose countless hours, countless fortunes of your time in the phantom kingdom of anxiety, worrying about things that have not happened and may never happen. You are suffering in your imagination 100 times over for a crisis that may only happen once or not at all. As Seneca warned, a man who suffers before it is necessary suffers more than is necessary. This is where the wise ruler employs the ultimate weapon of the Stoics, the discipline of control. You must draw a line in the sand of your own mind. On one side, you place the things that are within your power, your thoughts, your judgments, your actions in this present moment. On the other side, you place everything else, the economy, the weather, the opinions of others, the final outcome of your efforts, and you make a sacred vow. You will spend 100% of your energy on the things you can control and 0% on the things you cannot. This is not a suggestion. It is the very definition of a rational, powerful, and effective life. The amateur worries about the storm. The master focuses on building a better ship. The victim complains about the way the world is. The architect focuses on creating the world they want with the tools they have right now. Does this mean you ignore the future? No. You prepare for it, but you do not worry about it. You practice what the Stoics call premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. You look to the future and you calmly, rationally, consider the worst-case scenarios. You visualize the project failing. You visualize losing the money. You visualize the criticism. You do this not to create anxiety, but to destroy it. By facing your fears in your imagination, you rob them of their power to surprise you, to paralyze you. You have already walked through that fire in your mind. You have already made a plan. You have already decided how you will respond with virtue and with courage. You have made the monster familiar. And a familiar monster is no monster at all. And so, with the ghosts of the past exorcised and the phantoms of the future tamed, where does that leave you? It leaves you here, now, in the magnificent, powerful, and infinitely creative space of the present moment. This is the only time you will ever have. It is the only place where your power exists. The past is a memory. The future is a concept. The now is the point of creation. And the mastery of your life is nothing more than the mastery of a succession of these now moments. And in this present moment, with your mind clear of the ghosts of the past and the phantoms of the future, you are finally, truly free. You are finally, truly powerful. This now is your kingdom. It is your fortune. It is the only raw material you will ever have to build a life of greatness. So what will you do with it? What will you build with this golden second that is in your hands right now? Will you invest it in knowledge by reading a single page of a great book? Will you invest it in strength by doing a single push-up? Will you invest it in connection by sending a single meaningful message to someone you care about? Or will you squander it, like all the others, on a moment of cheap distraction, a fleeting hit of dopamine, another meaningless scroll into the void? Every second is a choice, and every choice is a vote for your future self. There are no neutral moments. You are either moving towards a person you want to become, or you are drifting away from them. You are either building your empire, or you are letting it decay. You are either living, or you are simply waiting to die. And you must understand this. This fortune you possess, this bank account of $86,000 for 100 seconds, is not infinite. It is a gift that is given, but it is also a gift that will be taken away. As Seneca knew, life is long if you know how to use it, but for the person who wastes it, even a century is a fleeting, tragic breath. Think of your life as a single, magnificent candle lit in the darkness. It is burning right now. Its flame is your consciousness, your awareness, your power to act. You can use its light to read the great books, to see the faces of those you love, to draw the blueprints of your grandest vision, and to work diligently on your masterpiece. Or you can simply sit and watch it burn, complaining about the darkness, as the wax of your potential melts into a formless, forgotten pool. The candle is burning. The clock is ticking. The tragedy is not that life is short. The tragedy is that we start living so late. We wait. We wait for the right moment, for the right mood, for the right permission. We live as though we have 1,000 years, when in fact we are not even guaranteed the next breath. The time for waiting is over. The time for wasting is over. The time for living like a beggar, while a king's fortune flows through your hands, is over. You are rich, rich beyond measure, in the only currency that has ever mattered. The truth has been revealed. The fortune is in your account. The present moment is in your hands. Now go and start spending it like the billionaire you are.